You can roll a clinic with that play right there and just have it on repeat.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith as we continue on our world famous 2024 NFL Draft Prospect Series. I bring on Shawn Holton from Texas State University, one of the best DBs in this year's draft. If you look at his stat sheet, forced some fumbles, he's getting interceptions, he's making big time plays, hits in the backfield. And I would hate to be a receiver going up against this guy. He can also defend your favorite receivers as well, too. Today, we're going to get into his story. And also, they're coming off of a big W, big win versus Rice University in the First Responder Bowl. So congrats on that. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to take and welcome Shawn Holton from Texas State University. How you doing today, Shawn?
Hey, man. Appreciate you for having me. I'm doing great, man.
Yes, sir, dude. Super happy to have you on. Man, you've had one heck of a week. We had Christmas the other day. New Year's is this weekend. And you on the 26th, I believe it was, you guys took and beat Rice in the First Responder Bowl, man. How was that, man?
Man, it was great. It was really big for the school. It was big for the program. And it was just big for everything Texas State has going on forward. It just showed that Texas State is capable of doing those type of things just with the ultimate support, like the support from our crowds, the donors, the alum, like I was saying. If you have all that support, then we're going to be consistently doing things like that.
We're watching, I think it was around halftime. It was 21-21, and then it became 24-21, and y'all just put, as Ray Lewis said, y'all put your foot on their throat, and you did not let up. So yeah. That was great, man. Tell me, man, post-celebration, the game was 3 days ago now. Man, how does it feel, man?
It feels good. Coming to Texas State last year, I really didn't have an expectation on exactly what I wanted to do. I was just looking to the next game forward. I was just thinking about Baylor, but seeing everything we were able to accomplish throughout this season, it's all bittersweet. And especially it being my last year, me being able to play my last game in Dallas, me being from the DFW area, it's like everything is just a full circle moment. So I mean, I'm still trying to get that honeymoon feeling off of me right now. But no, it was great, man. I couldn't ask for any better ending.
You hear stories about Peyton Manning's last game was a Super Bowl. Jerome Bettis, his last game was a Super Bowl. This is like your Super Bowl right here, man. For college football, at least, the beautiful thing is that your football story is just now beginning, man. We got the draft just a couple of months away. But I got to ask you, man, one of my last Texas State questions for you. Y'all have some dogs on offense, man. What were them practices like, man? Ishmati, the number one running back in the nation. You got a fellow with the nickname Joe Dirt who can run crazy routes. Man, what were them practices like?
It was work every day, especially fall camp, because, fall camp, that's usually when the ones get to see each other the most. So every day going out there and working, it just makes you feel like there ain't nobody you're not ready for. Like, anytime I line up against a receiver, I know I line up against Joe Dirt and I line up against Cole Wilson and Ashton Hawkins every day. So it wasn't no problem to me. Then anytime we had the back, we know we had the most explosive running back in college football, Ishmati back there, along with Denario Davenport, Jamal Jitter, Calvin Hill. Like, we just had a lot of guys across the board and a lot of guys who don't even get recognized, like from even our scout team every day, going against our scout team, getting to work for them. Like, we wouldn't be in the position that we were in if it wasn't for them.
That's awesome, man. One thing I love about your game, you're such a plug-and-play type player. Let me ask you, do you have a favorite scheme do you like playing in?
Man, so I do like my linemen, so I'm gonna have to keep my 4-down linemen. Two good backers, but I like my DBs out there, man. I want 5 DBs on the field. And being a DB, you gotta do everything. Like, you gotta cover, you gotta come tackle. And I feel like that's just like the ultimate cheat code when you have a DB who could play in that middle line between a linebacker and a corner or a safety. Like, so I like that 4-2-5.
That's amazing, man. When you do get selected by a team, whether it's first round, day 2, day 3, UDFA, wherever it is you may fall, is what's something that's important that you need from the next team that selects you in the NFL?
I mean, the most important thing is just I'm willing to learn. So just being able to be around the people who are going to put me in the position to learn and understand the scheme and just grow as a player, because I still feel like I haven't reached my ceiling. I still feel like I have so much time to get better. So just going anywhere and just learning.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And a lot of guys are starting to train already for the draft. What are some of your plans to get ready for the draft day?
So for the draft, I'm gonna go back home to the DFW area. I'm just gonna train with some longtime trainers I've been training with since I was younger to get ready.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I got to ask you this, man. I watched, I watched probably maybe like an hour worth of your interviews, a lot of your post game stuff. I saw you on the States Up podcast. You did your thing there. That was pretty cool. Were there any players that you modeled your game after growing up?
Growing up, I wouldn't say like when I was younger. You know, a lot of DBs in the league when I was younger were, you know, a little bit bigger, a little taller. But I mean, as the game got on, I like CJ Gardner-Johnson. I feel like he's a dog, and he's a nice plug-in guy who could play safety in the slot and corner. Um, I like Kader Kohu. I trained with my dude Kader Kohu for the Miami Dolphins. I feel like me and his game is similar as well. Yeah, Finzo.
My
Shout
favorite
out to
team,
that
by the
man,
way.
Kader. And then Kenny Moore, man. Kenny Moore, I feel like Kenny Moore is a dog. He could play in the box. He could cover. So just really guys like that, guys who aren't afraid of getting into contact, but who can also hold their own when it comes to the passing game. So I'm probably one of them.
That's amazing, man. I love that. And Kader Kohu, man, I'm such a Kader Kohu fan. I growing up, I'm from Florida originally, so yeah, huge Dolphins fan over here. So
dog.
Dude, he's amazing, bro. He now Texas A&M Commerce, they're a D1 school, but when he came in, they were Division II, and it's tough to get noticed if you're coming from a D2 school, man. So kudos to him. That dude's a beast, man.
Yeah, no, Kader work every day, man. Like being able to be around him and like his work ethic, he trains like a pro, and I feel like being around guys like that is the reason why I hold myself to the way I do. I understand, like, you know, this NFL, it's a business, so if you're not taking it serious, then they can't take you serious. So Kader, he's a guy who comes in, puts his best foot forward every day, and works, man.
Absolutely, man. It was cool. I watched Hard Knocks this last week, man. It was actually this week for last week's episode, and dude, it was cool to see his family. It was funny. They grew up Cowboys fans, but he said no. Now we're Dolphin fans because that's the team that he's on. So that was cool. Very neat. Now, I saw you got a dope tattoo, man. It says the Dawn right over here, and your nickname is Shawn Dawn. Is that right?
The Dawn, yes, sir.
Man, how did you get that name, man? That's a dope name.
Really was like back in like middle school, man. Like, you know, Big Sean was popular. He used to call himself Shawn Dawn. So I guess it just really stuck. But I mean, I done translated it over to being the Dawn, like being the leader, like being the guy. Like everything I do, I just try to lead. I just try to be at the front, you know, just be where someone could see me or motivate my other people to do just as good. So I feel like I just took the name and kind of ran with it.
That's cool, man. My name's Doug. They called me Dougie Fresh growing up. So
Dougie Fresh? Ooh, that's better than the Don.
Yeah. So I understand, man, when there's a famous person, you know, a hip hop mogul like that, you know, he's something we have in common. That's cool. Yeah, Dougie Fresh was from the early 90s, famous beatboxer. They call him the world beatbox machine or something like that. So people just randomly asked me to start beatboxing. And,
you got a music gene?
No, man, I don't. I try to get into producing actually, and someone stole my beat disc, and I just gave up after that. That was ninth grade. That was a long time ago. Cool, man. What are some of your hobbies off the field, man?
Hobbies off the field? I mean, I like playing the game. I like going out places to eat, and I just like kicking it with my family and my friends. Really, that's the main things I do. If I'm not just doing football stuff, you know, the last couple months has just been. If I'm not watching film, I'm chilling with my teammates. And if I'm not chilling with my teammates, I'm working out or in meetings. And if I'm not doing that, I'm asleep, trying to get ready and reload and put my best foot forward the next day. So
I noticed you wear the number 23. A certain NBA legend also had that number. What does the number 23 mean to you?
So originally my number was 15. So originally I wore 15 throughout my life and all that. You know, 15 was a big number to me. At my high school, one of my mentors had it. He just passed it down to me. So that was a big number. But when I was at UIW, certain roster stuff happened to where, like, you know, you couldn't put the same number on the field together, and the senior had 15. So, you know, I took it upon myself to change my number, and they said they had 23 available. But ever since wearing 23, I just think Playmaker. My former coach Dexter McCoyle, he wore number 23 when he played on the Chargers. So, I mean, when I put that 23 on, I'm just like LeBron James, Michael Jordan. Like 23 is a guy where like kids, when they see that number, they just thinking plays, amazing stuff happening. So that's how I feel about the number now, and it's forever gonna be with me now.
That's cool, man. That's dope, man. It looked good on a DB as well, too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than like a 45 or a 50, you know. So,
Oh yeah,
or 30. So that's good, man. That's good. Who were you grew up a Cowboys fan, and I read that I
oh
think
yeah,
your mom was an Eagles fan. Is that right?
yes sir.
Oh man, what were the households? What were Sundays like for you guys growing up?
Man, it was heated because I'm over there pouring my heart out to the TV, trying to get my man Tony Romo to throw some touchdown passes, and my mom over there just talking junk. I'm like, you don't even know football like that. Like, you might as well just cheer for the team I want to win. So I mean, it was back and forth a lot, but nah, it just made me stronger. It just gave me a gut. It made me understand how to take a loss, how to take a win, really.
Yeah. No, that's cool, man. That's super cool. Yeah, my dad and I were Dolphins fans. My mom randomly became a Patriots fan when the Patriots got good. Randomly, just you don't even watch football. You just, yeah. So I know the feeling, man. Let me ask you, man. NFL teams gonna do a lot of research, man. They're gonna watch tape. They're gonna talk to next door neighbors. They do in a bunch. They even watch interviews like this, man. What's something you want NFL teams to take and know about you that perhaps they may not know already about you?
I mean, if they don't know already, I just want them to know I'm serious about my work. I understand what it takes. I understand it's a business. I understand that every day I got to work. I understand every day they're trying to replace someone. So, I mean, just really that I love the game, man. That I love the game. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to grow. And that I feel like right now is like I'm playing some great football and that I can help any program.
And you've had this amazing college career, dude. Statistically, you're very well balanced. It's not just, oh, he's just crushing in tackles, but everything else is full of zeros on his stat sheet. But what's some areas of your game that you're hoping to improve on getting into the next level?
My game, improving on probably just getting a little bigger, to match the part, you know what I'm saying? The eye test whenever guys do the eye test, but also just being in that box. But I mean, the game I really want to get better on it that I've been doing a good job in is just my man coverage and being able to just lock down any guy in the slot because nowadays you're seeing more and more shifty guys coming to the league. So that just means more guys like me are coming to value. So if I'm able to eliminate the best player out the slot, which a lot of teams are starting to put their best player in there, I feel like I could have value anywhere. And also just being able to be versatile, whether I'm going on a blitz or I'm on a running back or, say you got to plug me in as a backer to read the gap scheme every once in a while. Like, I just want to be able to do all of that.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. And watching your interviews, and I probably watched like 5 of them last night. I watched a lot of them post game and stuff. It's so dope hearing you talk, man, because it's like I'm talking with the coach, man. Like your football IQ is crazy, and it shows on the field. You're a smart player. You're a tough, gritty player. You're a great locker room guy, man. Where does this love for the game take and initially come from?
Man, it's just really a blessing, bro. Because I mean, when you do it for a while, you gotta understand everything you put in is what you get out. Like, there's no shortcut to it. And if you're expecting something that ain't going your way, then you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and you gotta honestly reflect on what you're doing. And being able to be around like coaches like Coach Morris, Ricky Hunley, GJ Kinney, Coach Dex, like being able to be around guys like that, Coach Packy, like it just helps you understand and like what it means to truly be a pro and truly be passionate about the game. And I mean, as a younger player, I didn't know all these things. And as the older I got and the more people I got around, it's just like how grateful you have to be for it because the game doesn't last forever, man. And that's just the truth behind it. So I just want to do my part while I'm playing the game, and I feel like I'll be rewarded.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And then final question of the day, man, when it comes to being rewarded, man, draft day comes. And when your name is called, wherever that may be, and whatever location that may be, what is that feeling? What is that going to mean to you, man? You get that phone call. Hi, is it Shawn Holton? And they say, this X team wants to go ahead and select you. What will that mean to you?
Man, it's gonna be a dream, man. It's gonna mean everything. As a little kid, like you just practice getting those phone calls. You see every guy with their family crying, but I just feel like once I get that call, I'm just gonna be more motivated. I'm gonna grab my cleats. I'm gonna go to the film that same hour. Like I gotta get it because I know I got so much to give, bro. And so I mean, whenever that does happen, I get that call, man. I'm just gonna be extremely blessed.
Dude, that's dope, man. That's dope. I'm so excited for you, man. And Shawn, I can't thank you enough for taking time to hang out with the people of Touchdown Nation. And man, this is definitely one of my favorite interviews I've done. One of my favorite players in this draft, dude. So thank you so much for coming on the show today, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Yes, sir. Before we go, any shout outs?
Hey, shout out to my mom, my dad, my sisters, my homies back at the crib, Fort Worth, Texas, and shout out Bobcat Nation and Cardinal Nation. And shout out to all y'all. It's all love.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Shawn Holton, 2024 NFL Draft Prospect. Comment below. Let me know how this interview made you feel. And also as well, if you go in the description of this video, I'm going to have all social media, Twitter, Instagram. That will all be there. I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. And we'll catch y'all next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith.
Turn 100 for the touchdown, king crown, gain inside, leading your town, hit you faster than the sound, bad boy, throw it down, yeah, I'm ill, not my will, don't Copperfield, fill the house, listen to the roaring crowd, drop a light, calm it down, Heisman, all the haters mouth, superhero hit them wow, packing more action than bing, boom, bam, pow, touchdown for the win, we live, subscribe right now.
Thanks for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, where I cover all 32 NFL teams, plus NFL exclusive interviews. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for the alerts, comment below, and we'll catch you next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith.